Alright, well, it's recording.
Okay. Bet you're pumped.
Sure.
You and this, me, you and this one other guy are ready to play some Modern Warfare.
This match I will get my gold cam with my G36 and I can go back to using my M4.
We'll see about that.
I mean, it's me, so I got a pretty good idea.
Ooh, very full of ourselves, are we?
I just know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you're gonna scare that guy off. And he's back. Welcome back, matched player, rank 1.
Wow, alright. Maybe you should host it.
Already.
For whatever reason, we always find a match when you host it. Don't know why.
That's very true.
Maybe it's just the time of the day.
Maybe. Now get the fuck out of here.
Oh god, I just need the one fucking combat uniform. You have no idea how annoying that is. I just need one.
It's very annoying.
You're starting from the beginning, so you're just fucked right one way or the other.
Wait, did you make me the leader?
I did.
Okay, I was about to kick you. Oh shit. See, my mind instinctively deviated. I almost played hardpoint again. I don't know, man. Domination might just be empty.
Not that empty.
1,000?
1,000?
Damn. 1,000. Oh.
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 Yeah. Oh. Oh my god. That is. Oh my god. Captain Price. And Captain Price. With the game over animated title card. I feel like that is only for getting to that level. That's fucking
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, it definitely is.
Alright, well, I guess just do whatever you want because this is going well.
Well, what do you want to play?
Whatever has people in it. I feel like that's a pretty safe bet.
We're almost there.
True.
Wait a little bit longer and then we'll jump off a bridge. Who could possibly be messaging me at 6:16 p.m.?
What?
Nah, it's just more April Fool's jokes.
Wasn't the first time we saw Cyberpunk gameplay last E3?
Did we see gameplay?
Yeah, there was like a whole hour-long
Presentation.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because they're coming back this year again.
Interesting. You know what that reminds me?
What?
I still haven't thought of an answer to the
What?
inquiry where you're just like, when's the last time you saw something announced that just wowed you?
God.
I mean, I'm a very hard person to excite as far as like...
You admit it.
No, because you're going to twist... What you said before is that I'm hard to impress. I'm just hard to excite.
No, you're hard to please.
Okay.
So you don't deny it.
Well, you just walked yourself out of the corner that you put me in. just like, you admit it, you don't get excited. And you followed up by saying, no, Anthony, you're hard to please. That's not what I said.
No, that's what I said from the beginning, is that you're hard to please.
There's a Nintendo Switch game that got announced that looks kind of neat.
Looks kind of neat.
Yeah, it had my attention.
That's your fucking. That's your that's your wow. Oh.
No. That's
that.
not wow.
Ow. Okay, I spoke too soon.
What has wowed me?
Literally anything will do.
Well, it needs to have wowed me, so it can't be literally anything. God
no,
damn.
like not exclusive to gaming.
Oh.
Oh,
I do like that Surface Studio monitor.
Oh God! You know what? Gaming.
Hmm. This is a tough one.
It's that difficult?
Yeah, because Dan, I don't understand. Like, I enjoy plenty of things.
Yeah, but what has wowed you? What blew your fucking socks off?
See, I keep thinking about things that other people would say, and I'm just like, that didn't do it for me at all. Like, people would say, like, oh, VR, or oh, Dead Redemption 2, or oh, this, oh, that, and I'm just like, none of that. I don't know, man. Because I'm trying to go specifically for WoW. Like, there's been plenty of games that like I didn't expect anything from, and they really.
Our team killed the whole fucking airstrike area I was calling my airstrike into. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Continue what you were saying.
No, it's like there's plenty of times where it's like, oh, a game I didn't expect to be good, or I didn't expect anything from.
No, but that's
really
not,
took.
You need to.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of shit like that, but it's like I like if I was just straight up wowed, like even my like favorite games of all time, I don't know if they necessarily wowed me.
What? How does that make any sense? Anthony, you're making my head hurt.
I'm just. I'm thinking of all the games that I really like, and games that like left an impression on me, and games that really sucked me in. But I'm not getting any like wow.
You can't think of a fucking thing, can you?
No, I can't.
You can't.
I don't know, man.
Oh my god, that's
tough.
sad.
Because it's like when you say this shit, it's like I'm discrediting all that I do.
You're discrediting what? You cut out.
It's like you're discrediting all of the games that I love and enjoy.
No, but you can't even seem to just pick one that fucking wowed you. Like, I'm not trying to say this to be offensive, but you really must hold your own opinion in such regard that nothing is better other than what you say is better, you know?
No. That's no.
Like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick. That's just how it sounds.
No, because like the conception, the implication there is that I'm saying like nothing wows me, therefore nothing is good. I'm saying that it's just like
I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying though. Like,
but that's what it sounds like though.
But it's not like, oh my god. Let's flip this. The wording of this is proving more difficult than the actual fucking.
I've got a better idea.
That guy deserves that RPG kill.
Yeah, that was a weird angle. I saw that from the side. I got a good idea with that.
Yeah, I mean, I killed him, but his RPG was already in the air.
What is a game that has wowed you? When's the last time you were wowed, Dan?
I was wowed? Mad Max.
Really?
Because, I didn't think that game was going to be as nearly as good as it was. And it just ended up being so much fun. And
see, that's what I'm talking about. I've had experiences like that, but nothing, it didn't take me aback or anything like that. It's just like, oh, wow, this... Yeah, oh, there we go. I guess you could say the last time a game did that to me... trying to think what I played first because I have the list of games in my head. I played them very close to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. Like I think like I want to say Mario Odyssey, but I kind of expected that to be good. You know?
Okay.
Uh.
Yeah. Okay. So here, let me. Something that surprised you, you know, that you didn't think was going to be as good as it was, and it just ended up completely wowing you.
Persona 5.
Okay, see? At least you fucking thought of something.
Yeah,
I have
bought
no
that.
point of reference, but you know what? I'm glad you picked something.
I walked into the back room. This is when we were at Best Buy still. I walked into the back room and I saw all these collector's editions, and it was back when I
Oh,
would just
damn it.
I would buy any collector's edition that like looked cool. And a buddy of mine was talking about how like, ooh, Persona's really good. He was really hyped for it. So I took a picture of the boxes and said like, oh, check out what we got in the back. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get one of these. So the next day I walked in, I bought it, and it sat on my shelf for like half a year, and then I played it, and then 100 hours went by. And
then 100 hours went by.
Yeah, very enjoyable game.
I still have top 100. You said?
Yeah, top 100.
I still have like I'm a little disturbed by how much I've played Destiny. Like I honestly didn't think I was capable of sinking that amount of time and that kind of investment into a video game.
I mean, there's plenty like. What do you think the game you've put the most hours into is? Do you think it's Destiny?
Destiny 2. I know that beyond the shadow of a doubt. Because before that, the game I sunk the most time into was this one. Like, the original.
Okay.
But I only say that because in the brief time we've been jumping back into Modern Warfare Remastered, it has become painfully obvious to me that my muscle memory in this game has not aged a fucking day. Has not aged a single day. Like, I'm 30 and 12 right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, tell me that's not fucking childhood training coming into play.
Oh, it's definitely, I feel it too. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You know, aside from Destiny 2, which I'm full on into the meta for, this game is probably the only other game that I have sunk about a month's worth of time into.
Okay.
And it's weird too because like I use the most off-meta fucking guns in this game, and I still do so unbelievably well with it.
I think the M4's off meta.
Yeah.
Stop using meta. I hate meta. I hate that term. Gay. And
Okay.
it doesn't matter at any level in this game. Gay, it's stupid.
Okay.
It's homosexual. I have to censor all of that.
I don't even know what to say because I fundamentally disagree with you, but I don't feel like getting into it.
I pick a scorpion up, I can shove it right up your ass and you'll fucking die. Nothing meta about that.
Yeah, but if I pick it up in M16, I'm gonna own you anyway.
Nah, not necessarily.
Okay.
Tell you what, if we line up, like, in back to back, take 10 paces in turn, I'm sure the M16 will beat the Scorpion.
Well, no
There's so
shit.
much more to it.
Hey, Anthony, a bullet will kill you, right?
Well, if I open my mouth and swallow the bullet.
You know what, man? If I could reach this fucking mic and smack this shit out of you,
I'm telling you, I'm a short drive away. We can get coffee.
Yeah, sure. We're on two different shores.
Is that true?
Yes, you're on the North Shore. I'm on the South Shore.
South Shore's pretty gay, man.
Oh my god.
See, you say that like it's a big deal. Dude, I've driven to your place. It takes me like 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay, but that's 20 minutes of COD time we can get in.
What's more important to you, COD time or Anthony time?
You really want me to answer that?
I'm hurt by that statement. I was expecting something clever like, well, if I stay here, like, getting both, and I like that very much. But instead, you're just like, well, I clearly want to play Call of Duty as opposed to do anything with Anthony. Fuck you.
You're gonna have to edit out my vape noises too.
Absolutely not. I have that much time. Don't answer that.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Fuck you.
You know, we really could be like a late night talk show in gaming. Fuck you, Dan. Fuck you, Anthony. You're fucking gay. Your mother's a whore.
The only. God damn it. Only slot that'll take us is 3 a.m. I like how
I'm
I like
okay
how
with
for I like how there are certain modes won't
Oh,
show
I
you what
forgot
the
to
next
put the
map
gold
is.
camo onto my G36. That's how little I
Oh.
give a shit.
You know what that means to me? That
What?
means that it didn't happen.
Okay, buddy. It's not like it's recorded or anything that I just unlocked the gold camo.
The footage will mysteriously disappear.
I still have the original fuckface.
I said it will. I didn't say where it would disappear from. I just said it would mysteriously disappear.
From my computer.
Yes.
Okay, anonymous.
This conversation hurts me.
You hurt me.
This is a weird question. Did you ever play Half-Life 2?
Yeah, of course I have.
Did you enjoy it?
For what it was worth. I don't remember it being like the end-all be-all of single-player shooters, but...
Which is what most people make it out to
Well,
be.
that's exactly my point.
I feel as though it's one of those games where my has been lowered due to like how it's, you know, talked about.
Oh, that's it. Fuck, he was on the stairs.
And that's not something I do lightly.
Wait,
Or
I'm sorry.
intentionally.
What did you say? I was too into my engagement.
Yeah, I noticed. No, I said it's one of those games where because of how it's like spoken about, like it's like put on such a high pedestal.
What do you think is the best first-person shooter ever created?
Might be closer than you think.
What?
We're playing it, jackass.
Yeah, okay, that's where I thought you were going.
So, to give a more serious answer,
Please.
there's a lot of factors you need to consider. Like you gotta, set that record, set that bar real high. Trying to have a serious conversation about an entire genre, and you do this to me. You make a mockery of my statement. Oh shit! I accidentally hit the ground. Okay, so there's a lot of factors you got to take into it. I think that when talking about any game, really, you got to talk about how enjoyable the gameplay is, and in what context you can enjoy it. Because like we talk about this all the time. Multiplayer, fantastic. Gameplay, fantastic. The story is pretty good too.
I think the story in Modern Warfare is better than most games that strive to be a story-driven shooter. And this game is remembered for its multiplayer, which is the fucking crazy part.
So it's got a phenomenal campaign.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, comparing it to something like Half-Life 2, that's obviously strictly a single player, so their focus is a lot more on, like, like how older, games were, where it's like you slowly build up an arsenal of weapons. It's all about the level design.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this game doesn't have any. It's just it's a tough question. But this is definitely up there. Like, I'll give you like a top 5 or top 10 off the top of my head.
Okay, go for it.
This and Call of Duty 2.
Call of Duty 2, not Modern Warfare 2, just to be clear.
Yes, just
Okay.
this Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty 2. Counter-Strike.
Interesting. Counter-Strike, alright.
Counter-Strike. I want to say... Surprisingly, none of the Doom games make it for. They're all very good. I don't think they top the charts for me.
Best shooter of all time might be a little steep for that, so I do get it.
Shit, this is a tough one.
I think you need to at least include Quake somewhere in there.
See, I played the original Quake, and I think it's got fantastic level design. I actually really like the level in Quake.
But like, Quake was the game that started this. That and Doom, really.
Yeah, but once again, it's. I don't want to give it a spot. Like, there's a difference. Like, I'm very respectful of most games that start a genre, but it doesn't necessarily. Like, I'm not going to lie about their capabilities today.
That's,
I'm not even
that's fair, I think.
And that's not me saying like, oh well, it doesn't have the same things that Modern Warfare has. It's me saying like, on its own, how does it play? And not all the older shooters do play that well. What else? I want to say Perfect Dark. Is it just Perfect Dark? Yeah,
Dark. Wow.
Perfect Dark is very good. Once again,
it's 2 is very up there for me.
Yeah, Time Splitters is good too. You gotta understand also when I'm bringing up these, there's a Perfect Dark. I think is very good. I don't like the soundtrack that much. Like the soundtrack sticks out to me as something that I just don't. The game itself plays very well. Like, a lot of people, first thing they think about is GoldenEye, which I don't have an experience with, so I'm not gonna.
You've never played GoldenEye?
No, I've played it. I didn't own it. I had Perfect Dark. I played GoldenEye much later. Not like today's much later. I played it at a later point in time, and I never owned it, and I only played so much of it. It just occurred to me, talking about this, big one.
Boo. See? M16, right in the fucking knees. There's no damage multiplier in the legs. There's none. So you know what?
Someone's been doing their research.
Yeah.
So, talking about having games and not necessarily playing it, or not having games but playing it, reminds me of a very big one.
Yeah.
Halo 3.
Oh yeah, Halo 3 is without a fucking doubt. Even
Phenomenal
Halo 2,
game.
I would say. I would say Halo 2.
Listen, I think pretty much all of the Halo games except for 4 are pretty good.
Except for what?
4 and Reach.
I enjoyed 4 for what it was worth. I wouldn't put it on any best of lists.
It's one of those series that doesn't necessarily have bad games, but they have one that don't really match the caliber,
Yeah. I think Halo 5 is actually better overall than Halo 4.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. 1, 2, 3, ODST, and 5 are all really good.
ODST was great just because it was a completely different take on the formula.
Yeah.
You're not a Spartan, you're not a super soldier. But you're in this world, fucking survive.
Yeah. Can't really think of too many other shooters that, like, make me go, wow.
I will say, maybe level design up to a point. Weapon design, first and foremost, black. And you know I was going to say that.
I know you, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. I don't think there has been any shooting game, rather. And you know what? If somebody's out there and that happens to be watching this and listening this far in at 24 minutes and 23 seconds, that wants to correct me on that, I'm happy to be wrong. I really am. But the level of fucking detail for the weapons in black is unparalleled, in my opinion.
Okay.
They all have different feels, they all have different looks, they all have different animations. I don't think that level of detail was given to any other game prior to that. And, they were banking on the whole "every bullet is your baby" slogan. I think to a point that paid off. It's just a shame that game didn't sell very well. And, it just wound up being what it was. I don't think anybody took it very seriously, which kind of sucked. Even though the story was kind of meant to be serious, but at the same time it wasn't. It was like a generic Black Ops story before Black Ops 1 ever came out for COD. But there was something about the gunplay, man. It just felt so good. Granted, ADSing wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah. And you don't necessarily need aiming down sight for everything. Like,
No,
there's
you
plenty
don't.
of older shooters, like, Halo up until 4 or up until 5 didn't have aiming down sights,
I
and that's
believe
fine.
it was 5.
Okay.
I think
Because
it was
it's
5.
not always it's not always a necessity. As long as you balance the
You're
gunplay
right. Well,
around
it
it,
ultimately depends on what your gameplay is. But so Black is definitely a top contender for me just because of how good it felt. And the replay value in that game was off the charts too. Like, you beat the game, you get the silver weapons. You beat it on hard mode, you get the gold weapons. Rinse and repeat. I think they have it up to platinum or something. I could be wrong. It's been a really long time since I played that game. Halo 3 is in my top 10 easily. That game changed the way that we used to party up on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Just, putting it bluntly, it was something completely different. Not to mention the Forge mode, which was so much fucking fun.
Oh yeah, that's classic. I still, there's plenty of maps, especially when they put out what was the name of that one map where it's just like an empty warehouse.
Wow, I got I got that guy I was flashing. I had 2 grenades next to me. I still killed him.
Jesus Christ.
See, this is what I'm talking about with muscle memory with this game.
Yeah.
Alright, so Halo 3 was,
what was the
huge.
What was the map that I was just talking about?
Describe it again.
It's like an empty warehouse with nothing in it.
That was, I think it was just called Warehouse or Depot or something like that. I know exactly what you're talking about, though. It was basically just there for the Forge mode.
Exactly. Like, it had its own defaults for multiplayer, but it was really there for people to go crazy, and I know I did.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird, like, Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4, when they were, the games to play, they both were very, relatively speaking, DLC light, but, like, all the DLC feels special as far as what they offer.
Oh my god, this helicopter needs to die. Oh, look at that, we lost.
It's over. Yeah, so...
trying to think of other games. So, Titanfall 1, I would say, is in my top 5.
Not Titanfall 2.
Yes, but for a different reason. I enjoyed Titanfall 1 so much because it was just basically the natural evolution of the Call of Duty franchise before anybody had the foresight to be like, you know what does movement 3-dimensionally look like? And we wound up with Titanfall 1, which is really just a proof of concept. I think Titanfall 2 was really what they wanted to do at the end of the day. So Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, really, I can't not have both of them in my list,
No, yeah, I hold them in the same regard for reasons.
Yeah. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and 2, for different reasons, are in that list as well. I was thinking about what you said the other day about how they added so much shit into Modern Warfare 2. They just took their template and they just expanded upon it so dramatically.
Yeah, like I said, it was a very game.
Yeah, Counter-Strike actually doesn't even really rank with me because I never got that into it, even though I'm really into like competitive shooters and whatnot. Like, I know I bitch and moan a lot about the Destiny comp playlist, but like, it's really frustrating in the moment, but like after you finish a play session, it's just, I don't know, like it's different. It's not that you don't have the same level of frustration.
You enjoy the experience as a whole as opposed to just like the in the moment.
It's different. It's just the fact that you need to work together with your team very, very strategically puts a different emphasis on it for me. So GoldenEye was definitely in there too. that game was probably the only video game to execute on like the movie to gaming conversion.
Well, I can't really think of any movies that also. I mean, I haven't played all of them, obviously, but like games based on movies. I know games based on certain IPs that are really good. It's rare to come by, but it works sometimes.
Yeah. Again, Time Splitters 2 is on there for me as well. That was kind of like the wacky, goofy shooters thing, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely not something. I mean, I'm sure it takes itself seriously in some aspects, but I know it's more of a parody.
I know
almost.
there's a remake on the horizon, right?
Yeah, didn't I tell you that?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just going back, I said Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty 2, Counter Strike, Perfect Dark, Halo 3, specifically Halo 3, though the other one.
Ah, God.
And then, am I forgetting any? Did I mention any? Like, there's a lot of other small ones that I like that are pretty fun. Like, I like Team Fortress 2 is fun.
Team Fortress 2 is really, really good, but I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
Yeah, plus it's you also factor in, it's like you almost need to consider hero shooters as something different because of the way that they play.
I 100% agree.
It's like a subgenre,
I didn't even mention
you know?
Destiny 2.
Yeah,
Because it's not like the same. Like, when you introduce supers into a first-person shooter formula, it completely changes the dynamic of the game.
Yeah, not only that, but it's also the aspect that a lot of them have very rigid class structures. Where your kit is a lot more focused.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Like if I to bring up Overwatch, which I wouldn't consider, even though the gameplay can be in some cases addictive, I don't think the game as a whole was handled all that well. Like even to this day, like they had so much potential, and then they just kind of blew it all on some bloated, forced competitive scene. But what I was getting at is that, like, you know, you play a game of Overwatch.
What was that link that you shared today? The devs are pissed that they're not as
funny as
Overwatch.
Yeah, so that's a weird thing. I hesitate. That might even I certainly hope it is, but let's say it isn't for a second. Let's talk about how ridiculous of statement that would be. It's like, first of all, to go into the psychology of it a little bit, first you need to look at how the characters are drawn and made, and shit like that.
That's totally
like,
fair.
Apex does not have a very appealing art style to begin with, so to get like the dregs of the internet to fucking you know make multitudes of pornographic material for it, like, what were you expecting? Plus, aren't like most of the heroes men?
I don't fucking know, man. I just know one of them is like bisexual or some shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Nobody's ripping the model of Gibraltar and making him, you know, fuck some other dude. You know,
I don't even know what that means.
The Gibraltar's the big fat guy, the big gay guy. I'm sorry.
That's the big fat gay guy.
Yeah. No, fucking, I don't know, man. That's not something I would enjoy seeing.
Oh my god, I just...
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention, we're talking about the best shooters of all time. We didn't even bring up Apex or any of their battle royale buddies.
God, fuck battle royale. I don't give a fuck who disagrees with me or not. I really cannot stand that fucking game mode.
Yeah, not for me. Let's talk about more good things. What were the shooters that you said? Because I already listed what I said.
I said Time Splitters 2, Halo 3, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 1 and 2, Black. Was there another one? There may have been another one.
How do you feel about? Because I know you really like Republic Commando.
I was gonna say that. But it's not really a shooter. I know it falls into that first-person shooter genre, but it's not a shooter, man. It's not designed with shooter mechanics in mind. It's just not.
Interesting.
They designed it around what the mythos of Star Wars could do for the FPS genre, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it, but it like clearly the developers at LucasArts for their gaming division did not make it so that it could excel as an FPS.
Really?
I swear I was really gonna bring it up, but then I kind of reevaluated in like a split second, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what I would consider a good first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I even think they had ADSing. You were able to pick up your teammates and everything, but I think it was mainly the AI and the lack of multiplayer, because I don't think you could talk about FPSs without addressing the fact of a competitive multiplayer scene.
I mean, it's definitely a big part. That's something that
To a certain point, because I know Black was on there, but Black was designed from the ground up to be a spectacular FPS.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like right at the beginning when I talk how content and everything like that is because you need to like we talked about this. We're playing this game. We love this game. We're constantly playing this game now. But not all games have like what kicked this all off with like Half-Life when we were talking about that. Those games are structured so methodically around level design and playing a single player campaign experience. If Call of Duty 4, as it is right now, let's say you take out the multiplayer and you're just left with that really excellent campaign, would you still consider it
100%.
Think so?
Because it still has the guts of a really, really good first-person shooter game. Like, the mechanics are all there. Nothing changed, nothing changed functionally from the single player to the multiplayer. Nothing. Except for maybe the full auto M16 obviously. To a 3-shot burst in multiplayer. Because it was full auto in the campaign.
There's some balance changes.
Yes. But aside from that, there is nothing that, like, makes the multiplayer its own sort of game.
Okay.
There's nothing. I mean, if you disagree with me on that, that's fine, but that's my opinion.
No, see, my opinion of it as a shooter wouldn't change.
Yeah.
My opinion of it as like a content-full game would change. I probably wouldn't hold it in the same regard. Like I would look at it the same way I kind of look, where it's just like, oh, that game has very, very good mechanics, but I don't know if I'd play it, more than once a year.
I actually agree with you on that one, because the multiplayer holds a certain level of depth that the single player never could, and there's really no way of getting around that other than have multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, but it still doesn't really change for me. I think the campaign is still just as solid as how I remember it.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm trying to think of like other games I may have glossed over. But nothing's really coming to mind right now. I'm also really, really focused on these engagements that I'm in right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Did we bring up any Battlefield titles?
Bad Company 2.
See, that's the one that was gonna. I think I was going.
You think you were what?
That's something I was gonna bring up at first. I think you said something over me.
I'm kind of surprised that I didn't say anything about Bad Company 2, because that is one of my favorite multiplayer shooters ever. Shame on me, honestly, but I will say officially that is in my top 10. That being said, no other Battlefield game really gets me the way that Bad Company 2 did.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Battlefield 3. That was a great game.
I liked Battlefield 1 a lot.
The original?
No, like the
like World War I Battlefield 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything special.
2142 is also pretty good.
Never really had that much hands-on time with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, according to a buddy of mine, he can't really enjoy it nowadays anyway, so that's lost forever.
Yeah, didn't they shut the servers down?
Yeah, and then like some fan projects popped up
Yeah, then they
to
got a cease and desist. Why do
yeah.
publishers do that shit, man?
So, on the topic of cease and desist, it is 100% in their legal right because I think, aside from just waving their big corporate dick around, they also need to protect. Because technically, if you let shit like that go on for too long, technically you are viable to lose certain intellectual properties that way.
Really?
But yeah, but I think that how it's weird because it's one of those things where I side in some cases with them depending on the context of what it is.
Really?
I'm typically way more lenient when two things are in play. Number one, if the developers aren't making money, leave them the fuck alone. Number two, if it's a game that you specifically go out of your way to make sure it can't be played in any fashion whatsoever, you should back the fuck up.
I agree with both of those.
Like that's why in the case of 2142, well, I'm just like, it's something that I'm of the mind to say, that they shouldn't really touch it because if you go to play it today, you can't play it the way it was originally. It's almost like, and this is something a lot of these developers bring up. It's an issue of preservation.
How so?
What do you mean?
Wait, hold
on. The way you said that, I think you think I'm in the opposite direction that you think I am.
Hold on. Put it up. All right, we're live again.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, so what a lot of the developers of these fan projects cite is it's an issue of preservation.
Okay.
Like the main reason that they develop these games is because they can't be experienced the same way anymore.
That's
I
fair.
I completely agree. So you snapped at me like you thought I was going to go the other way.
Yeah, a little bit.
You gotta pay attention to what I'm saying. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
A little bit now, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm getting at is basically like it completely depends. Normally, the second that there's no money involved, or if it's a complete original fan project, especially if it's like
it goes out the window.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm like I said. The legalities behind it make sense to a certain degree because even the biggest companies need to take a smaller leap of faith when it comes to like, are they going to take advantage of this situation that we're not, where we're not touching them in any way.
Yeah,
it's odd, but the bottom line is I'm okay with these fan projects.
Wait, so in what context would you have a problem? In what context would you be siding with the publisher?
When the fan project directly rips and uses assets and claims them as their own. When these projects gain money of any kind for personal profit.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's a given. But
yeah. That first thing has an exception, by the way. If it's if it's a mod, I really don't care.
Yeah.
You can use those assets in mods, whatever. Or if the developer has some kind of nefarious scheme to besmirch the brand or whatever. There's a very, very low amount of things that'll make me side with the developer.
Yeah, you okay?
It was a little just had the hiccups, old back hiccups.
So I'm using this saw. See how this works out with this really flamboyant jelly bean camo I got going on right now.
Yeah, suits you well, friend.
Aha! You're calling me gay.
Whoa, I never said that.
You didn't have to.
I hope that guy rips your faggot ass a new one.
Oh, come on!
That guy got pissed.
Oh,
I heard
no.
Oh, come on!
Oh, Dan. You have no idea. The other day, I killed this guy. I kill him once a year. I kill him twice a year. God damn it. Kill him again, I hear. Okay, that's enough. I kill him again. He's like, "You fucking asshole!"
Those are always great.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, I know what this guy is. Ah, boo. You fucking asshole. Those are always the best.
Yeah.
Help me, Cat B.
Okay. That was not very tactical positioning. I was facing the complete wrong direction. Oh, not my boy. Look what they did to my boy.
Did you kill him?
No, some other guy did.
Okay, good. At least somebody killed him.
Wait a minute.
Wow, alright, that worked out. I have not used a light machine gun in so long.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it feels a little weird, honestly. It moves so slow.
I like the RPD.
I like the RPD also. I'm working on the saw right now.
Fair. Saw's good.
I feel like it's in your best interest to use as many different guns as possible.
Yeah,
because of all the experience from challenges that you get.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know, the original Respawn team, they really need to... Ah, fuck, I'm an idiot.
What do they need to do?
They need to come back and make Modern Warfare 4.
And that's what it all comes back to.
I have this really bad habit of shooting low.
Okay.
I don't know why. Fortunately for me, the saw has a high enough fire rate that it really doesn't matter.
Alrighty. Ooh.
Oh, god damn it.
Got very excited when I got that guy with the flash grenade.
Surprisingly
Good
enough,
lord.
I don't have that big of a problem with the saw iron sights.
Well, if you were a real man, you wouldn't have a problem with any of the iron sights. This camouflage that you got here, Dan, pretty flamboyant.
Oh, you see it?
Oh yeah. Are these actual jelly beans?
Probably. Try eating one.
Tastes like metal.
I think lead is the word you're looking for.
Lead is a metal.
I hate you.
Oh, that guy fell to his death. Not the Senate. The entirety of the Senate just fell to their death. Oh.
What? I feel like we've played on Pipeline one too many times today.
You only feel that way because we're playing it back to back right now.
Well, still. Damn it. And the kick on this thing is no joke.
Yeah.
I got a damn it. I love that.
Damn it.
I feel like I kind of feel like I'm always baffled when people don't have the same kind of muscle memory that I do.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes it kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy in this building has been up there just a smidgen too long, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I actually know who you're talking about. He's kind of getting on my nerves.
He's dead now. The last thing I heard is he goes, "Oh, he got me!" He knows what he's doing. He knew what he was doing. Hey, Dan, you want to ruin this guy's fun and immediately shoot down the helicopter he was just talking about?
Absolutely. I have a
Yeah!
I cannot wait to hear this guy's rage once you shoot it down.
Nah, it's not gonna be Rage. Okay.
He's gonna call in his helicopter immediately, and I have Bandolier, so let's fucking do this.
Oh, absolutely. Where is it? Call it in, buddy.
Yeah, like, come on, do it. Do it. There's the UAV.
I'm gonna be upset if he meant that he had the helicopter, not that he has a helicopter.
Right. That'd be kind of funny, actually.
Be kind of upset.
I mean, I feel like he'd call it in right away, right?
What would his end game be for not doing that?
Good question.
Wait, I don't. This is the one class I don't have UAV jammer on.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that he did not actually have a helicopter.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, that is disappointing. I was looking forward to ruining somebody's day.
There it is! Get ready! Alright.
Come on, where is it?
Fuck, I need to get the right angle.
I know, me too. There you are, buddy. Come on. It killed me.
Damn.
Amazing.
Oh, you idiot. You fucking idiot. I killed him and he goes, oh!
Too bad we can't shoot down the UAV, huh?
Maybe in a future game.
Ah.
These guys really like that building, huh?
Ah.
Our UAV is online. Securing Bravo. This is our last chance. Securing B.
Oh wow, we're losing. Didn't feel like it. Yeah.
Ah, God. The ADS speed of the saw is so bad.
Just put on a quick draw.
Damn it.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Securing B. Securing A.
His name Mr. Velveteer.
What?
I don't. It's just. It's kind of funny.
I don't get it.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's alright.
And moving on.
Oh, fuck me.